today the car went in for a modification. It's huge! Hi guys, and welcome back to another video back on the Driven 24/7 Automotive YouTube channel. Now I am mega excited. I have just finished what felt like to me a long day at work, because today the car went in for a modification which I told you about, pre-warned you about in the previous Avensis SR video you would have seen before this one. I was going to cut to the chase. I wanted the car to sound nice from the rear. The exhaust looked nice on this car from standard, but it didn't sound nice basically for a sports car, and I wanted to improve the exhaust noise. Saturday just gone, I took it to a very local garage where I've had a full exhaust system done before, and I got them to quote me up for what I thought I needed was a full exhaust system. Quoted me for a whole exhaust system. They said you don't need that just to make the car sound nice. So I thought, oh yeah, will a back box do? And I should have known that because I have fitted a back box to a previous car before and it did improve the noise. So they then quoted me on basically the rear section of piping and a back box, which was more than half the price for a whole exhaust system, which obviously I didn't need anyway. So after their advice, we settled for going for a back box, which should improve the noise. So with that advice taken on board and we've been quoted, the car then went in today, dropped it off early this morning, and here's me doing just that. Now I've got to be quick because I'm doing an errand right before work, so I'm just dropping the car off now just before 8 o'clock at Mike Stokes Motorsport to get an exhaust fitted today to the Avensis. I'm at work all day, Martin's going to pick it up, and when I get home will I reveal to you, and I will then see for myself what this car is going to sound like. So let's give it a couple of revs, show you a before. When I pick it up we'll do the afters. I then got a message from them telling me the car was ready to be collected, so with that I sent Martin a message. He picked it up for me, and I said to Martin, do not send me any videos of what the car sounds like. I want to hear it in person with you guys on camera. Sad, but that is just what I do for the sake of YouTube. As I say, Martin's here as well. Martin has actually heard the car before me and he's driven the car before me, so this is going to be what my first little reaction of to what it looks like.
Hey!
It's huge! Was that the size we said?
Yeah, that's it.
Jesus.
That is the same one.
It's nice and shiny, it sticks out like a sword. Doesn't that look nice? Right, I'll show you. There we have it, guys. There we have it. That is what I think should be a 3.5 inch exit. I don't think they've had to cut anything out. It was meant to sit in the already made recess. What they did have to do was get rid of a toe-in eye, which apparently is there from factory when the cars get shipped. That is fitted straight into the recess there. That looks absolutely lovely. I wanted it to be seen. They showed me a 3-inch tip, and for the sake of half an inch, I had to go for the 3.5 inch exit. But that just looks absolutely lush. So Martin's just hopping in the car. As I say, I haven't heard this thing at all since this exhaust has been fitted. I'm really excited. Apparently it's got quite a nice deep bassy note to it. Go on then. Oh! That is deep, isn't it?
Yeah, bassy, you said it was. Little rev.
Yeah. That'll do. Jesus, that is so bassy. Hang on a second, guys. Oh, that is proper deep. It is definitely, as they described Mike Stokes Motorsport, they said it is going to be more of a nice deep bassier sort of tone, and it certainly is. And as we've just been discussing, this is literally like a couple of miles old, this exhaust, so it's only going to get louder with age, but it will do that as it sort of starts to wear in as such. So it'd be interesting to see when I get this car in that sweet spot, as I've said before, in that over 3,000 RPM range, what the car sounds like. Older version of like a Subaru exhaust, because Subaru exhausts are quite very deep and bassy. It's obviously not as loud as that. So So when we took it to Mike Stokes, they gave me a ring and said, when they were mocking up the exhaust with a silencer on, it wasn't sounding much different from how it sounded as stock, this car. They did go for just a pipe with the nice tailpipe sticking out, but that was too raspy, too loud. So what they have done is they have ended up putting a silencer in, but it is a nice round one, so it looks quite nice, and it has added noise, whereas the silencer they were going to use just sounded like stock, and obviously that is not what I've gone there for. So it has still got the two original silencers, more at the engine sort of side of the car. Bad description, but it has still got two silencers as factory, as stock, and then it's still got a silencer where the nice 3.5 inch tip now comes from. So they have had to do a bit of pipe work as well. Glad I went for the bigger 3.5 inch nice stainless steel tip. Yeah, it is nice and deep, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like it.
Sounds nice.
I don't want it to be too much in people's face, the noise. I just want people to know it's there. And obviously when you're behind the car, you now know this definitely isn't a stock system because of the big tip that I have chose to come out of this car. But initial first impression, so far so good. The guy who fitted the exhaust is actually called Mike, but he's not the Mike with Mike Stokes. But he was a very experienced fabricator. He was going all through different size silencers with us, the tailpipes, and I have actually been to Mike Stokes before when I had the Boxer ladder. Let's just give it a little bit. There we go, just over 3.5. It does sound nice. So when I went to with my Boxer Adam, they were using the power flow exhaust, and I think my Adam literally had like a cat back exhaust. It was so cheap, it was like under 400 quid, but obviously that was a good 5-6 years ago with that. Since then they're no longer using power flow, it's just a generic stainless steel exhaust system products they've gone for. Just assumed I needed a full system on this to make it louder, but they were just honest and said, look, if you just want noise, we'll stick a back box on, we'll trial and error, we'll go through different options with the car when we're fitting it, and that's what they've done. They've been in contact with me, giving me updates. Just been so excited to come home because obviously Martin picked the car up. He was the first one to hear it. Orange Fiesta behind us. Oh, it's Martin racing up behind us. See, now I've got a nice shiny exhaust tip. Everyone wants to race me, it seems. Oh, they're going. That's nice. Just wanted, as I said in the previous video of me driving this thing, it does sound good up front when you're in the sweet spot, but I just want it to sound nice from the back. When they gave me a quote and it was cheaper than I thought, I just had to get it booked in ASAP for the exhaust to be done. So I'm very, very happy, and that's why I had to push out the first drive video on YouTube, because I knew this was happening pretty soon after that video. And here's my impressions. Mike Stokes Motorsport have done well. I've got a massive smile on my face. I'm really happy with the exhaust tip I went for. I'm really happy I've got it done. It just improves the car in my opinion. And because there's not that much of a big silencer there now, there is a silencer but it's not as big as the stock. Of course it will add to performance, it will feel a bit quicker. I think it does. No, it does sound nice. You can definitely hear it from inside the car.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds nice in a second.
Out.
What is going on? Jesus Christ.
Stay out there too long.
Got an exhaust to test it. Yeah, I think it feels quicker for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have nothing to compare it with.
Well, it sounds quicker if it doesn't feel it, that's for sure.
Well, there's more air going through quicker, he said, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's less restricted. So, I don't know, whether it's in your head sometimes. Because it's noisier, it seems faster, I don't know.
Shout out to Mike Stokes Motorsport. They're a very, very local company to us. I've used them before, and yeah, they've done it again 5 or 6 years later. This Avensis, a couple of little things I want to carry on doing to it, but this is definitely going to keep me more than happy for a while now. I've got the exhaust system fitted. Yeah, it sounds really, really nice. They described the sound well. They told me it would be a nice deep bassy note. It is. You can hear it even now as we're cruising. It sounds nice, a nice little sort of, there is is a nice little burble there where you are sort of going slower in traffic, and again, there's more carbon and more soot fills up that exhaust. Over time, exhaust will kind of settle in, and hopefully it will get a little bit louder then. But yeah, I'm really happy. Let me know what you think of my modification in the comments below. Have I gone and done the right thing by getting an exhaust on this car? I don't care, because I definitely think I have. Yeah, I'm over the moon. I think it looks great and it sounds amazing. A big thanks to Mike Stokes Motorsport for doing a stainless steel exhaust system on my Toyota Avensis SR. Thanks for watching this one. Let me know in the comments below what you think of my new exhaust and how you think it sounds. Thanks again to Mike Stokes Motorsport. Hope you've enjoyed this video, because I've certainly enjoyed getting this modification on the SR. It now sounds good from the front and from the back. See you in another video, guys. Thanks for watching. Smells a bit, which is good, I suppose. Thank goodness that's still on there. It's good to give it a bit of a blow out. So Martin's just going to hop in now. As I said, I haven't...
Shut open.
I'm not looking at you, it don't matter. So Martin's... Don't do it yet. So Martin's just hopping in the car.